Hello and welcome once again to this Tech Explorers channel. Today, we want to discuss a very crucial topic to the heart of African-based freelancers. It is very daunting most times for African-based freelancers to receive their funds after they must have delivered a task or a job to employers who are not African-based or who reside outside the shores of the African continent. And so for platforms like Upwork, where to receive your fund, you will need to connect your network or your account to third-party payment platform like PayPal and the rest of it. It becomes very difficult because platforms like PayPal do not even allow Africans, okay, at least most Africans, to receive payment via the PayPal platform. So if you know about PayPal platform, you will understand that PayPal for most of the African countries only allows for sending or spending of money, but they do not allow these African continents to receive payment on their platform. And so it becomes like a nightmare for most African freelancers or even business owners to receive payment from non-African countries. Okay, and so the essence of this very tutorial will be to show you another alternative which has proven over time to be more than favorable to the African market. Okay, so if you have problem receiving money on PayPal, worry no more, because PayPal for African continents can be very risky. All right, when you open an account on PayPal as an African, or you register the other way around, because there are other ways to go about registering PayPal on African platform, okay, such that you are perceived as one who is actually out of the African shores operating the PayPal, okay, but even that is very risky. So this particular tutorial using the Payoneer platform is zero risk. Okay, you do not need to fear anything, unlike the PayPal platform where you need to always be on the top of your toes, because at any time your account can be cut off, okay, and the funds in it can be seized. But on Payoneer, you do not need to fear all that. So today I'll be showing you all the walkthrough of the Payoneer platform, how to register. I'll be dropping the link right at the bottom of the description in this video. So to register, just click on the link and then it will take you to this very platform or this particular page where I am presently. Okay, and from there we can proceed further. So I'll be showing you how to register on Payoneer and how to open the different accounts. You have the USD account, you have the Great Britain account, you have the Euro account, and many other accounts that can enable you either as a freelancer or as a business owner who wants to go global. Okay, it enables you to receive your fund either for the work you have done for employers or for businesses or products or services that you have sold to your client outside the shores of Africa. All right, so let's jump right in without wasting much time. Like I said, the link that leads you to this very page where I am currently will be at the description of the video. So just open the description and then click on the link and you would arrive here. And I advise that you go through the link, because if you go through the link, you would have the chance to receive or earn $25 when you must have received up to $1,000 in your Payoneer account. All right. So the truth be told, even myself introducing this to you will also receive $25. So nobody loses. All right. So use the description and the video below and then click on the link right there to get to this very page and get started with creating your Payoneer account. All right, so once you are here, what you want to quickly do is to click on sign up. All right, sign up and earn $25. All right, this is not a Ponzi scheme. This is just how to create an account. So we are right here. This is the first thing you'll be seeing. Are you opening this account as an individual or as a company? It's your choice. If you are a freelancer, you can go ahead and open as an individual. If you are a business, all right, you want to open your Payoneer as a business owner, all right, and your business is registered, all right, because every information you will be supplying here has to tally with your document. because at a point in time, you may be required to show proof of what document you're using to open this account. If you are a freelancer, once again, open the individual account. But if you are a business owner and your business is registered, go ahead and use a company. So in this video tutorial, we will be using the first, which is the individual account, because I am basically introducing these to freelancers in the African continent. So the individual account has been chosen. The next thing you want to do is scroll down and fill out all this information. All this information. You have your first name, your last name, the email address. This should be your working email address. Make sure that every information you put in here corresponds to the information that is on your document. All right. If the document you'll be using will be a government approved ID card, make sure that the information on that ID card corresponds to the information you're putting in here. All right. I'll be taking my time to give details of this and how it affects every process that you take. Right. That being said, you also want to make sure that the name, if you are opening this account as a freelancer, for example, you opened an account with Upwork, all right? Upwork is a freelance platform, all right? And if you have an account already with Upwork platform, the name which appears on your Upwork platform needs to correspond with your Payoneer registration name, all right? Because when you want to integrate the two platforms and the name has some funny discrepancies, it may not connect. All right, so you want to take note of these nitty-gritties and make sure that you supply the necessary information. If your name on your Upwork platform does not correspond to the name on your ID card, you may want to change that. All right, especially if you are not verified on the Upwork platform. All right, so let's continue from where we stopped. So you want to supply your email address. You want to supply your email address again. You have to re-enter that, and then your date of birth. Okay, your date of birth. Of course, you should supply the original date of birth of yours according to what is on your document, your official document. And then lastly, you will be required to enter this code that appears on this screen. All right, so let's give me a moment while I take time to fill in all these details so that I don't waste our time. All right, so we have all this information supplied. We want to do the next thing, which is to click on this next button. So I click on the next and it takes me to the next page, all right, which is where I would have to put in my contact details. Okay, so right here, you want to supply the country where you reside, all right, the country where you reside. In my case, this is Nigeria. Okay, so I will choose Nigeria. If you are watching from a different country or you're a citizen of another country, you can go ahead and then select your country from the drop down. Just click on this and then you can select your country. So the further thing you want to put in here is the street and the number, that is your residence address. Okay, you want to put that in here. And if you have another address, of course, that's optional. You can skip that. You want to put in your city or your town and then your zip code. Okay, you are putting your zip code and then fill in your phone number. All right. For this phone number, it needs to be verified. So you want to make sure that you supply your original mobile phone number because you will be receiving a code from that phone number, all right, or on the phone number, and the code will have to be imputed here. Without that, you may not be allowed to proceed further. All right, so again, they'll be giving me a moment so that I can put all these details in and then we can proceed. Once you are done, you simply click on next and then it takes you to the third page, which is the security details. So I'll take a moment now to fill in this information and then return back to continue. So once you put in all the information, you put in your phone number, you want to click on, there will be a code right here, a button here which says send code. Once you click on it, it will send a code to the number you have supplied. And then once you get the code on your mobile phone, you want to impute the code right here. Okay, impute the code and then click on next. Once you click on next, it takes you to the security details. Okay, so right here, you would have to choose your username. Okay, in this case, it will be pre-filled because usually your username will be the email that you have supplied. All right, so you put in other information outside that. All right, so you want to choose a password. You want to re-enter that password to be sure that the password corresponds so that you don't forget it. Always choose something you can remember and make sure it is a strong password, a combination of letters, both capital and small, digits from 0 to 9, and some symbols, okay, will do a good work, because we are talking about your funds here, and anybody that has an access to your password basically has access to your funds. So you want to make sure that you create a strong password for this purpose. Once you have done that, you want to choose a security question and a security answer, because this is how you will get to retrieve your information once you lose them. Haven't filled in all that, you come down to the ID section. This is why I told you to make sure that the information you supply corresponds with the data on your government approved ID card of your country. All right. So in this case, you want to choose the country of your residence, or the country where you nationalized, or the country where you are residing, where you have a valid identification information. All right, so you choose that country, and then you choose the type of ID that you want to use. In this case, there are several options. A click on this section will give you a drop down, so you can either use a national ID card, or a driver's license, or your international passport. Either of them works. All right, so you choose one, and then you supply the ID number of the chosen identification that you have preferred. All right, so in this case, I'll be choosing the ID. All right, for Nigerians, this is also the section that covers for your NIN. So you can actually use your NIN to take care of this particular stage if you don't have a driver's license or an international passport. So you can choose the national ID and then put in the details of your NIN right into this section. All right, and once that is done, again, you'll be required to put in this code right into this field. And once you are done with all these, you click on next to take you to the last section. All right, so once again, I'll be taking the time out to fill in all this required information and join you right back. So having filled in all this information, we want to click on the next button. And once we've clicked on that, it takes us to the last phase of the registration, which is where you want to input your bank details. The bank details that you'll be putting in here is the bank details of your local bank account where you want to receive your funds. If you receive your funds into Payoneer account in dollars, and you want to receive that same dollars into your local bank account, make sure that the account number you put in here is your dollars account for the local domiciliary account. Okay, if you receive your fund in pounds from a client or from a freelance platform, and then you move that funds in pounds into the Payoneer platform, okay, now, and you want to receive that same money as it is in pounds into your local bank, you want to make sure that the account number you put in is your pound domiciliary account. All right, that is what you fill in here. So depends on how you want to receive your money at the local end. And then for Nigerians, the local currency here is Naira. So if you don't have any of the domiciliary accounts, you could just put in your Naira account, and that also works for you. The difference will only be that if you are withdrawing money into your Naira account, Payoneer will automatically convert that money into Naira. All right, and usually their conversion rate is usually very high. All right, very high, such that it would cost you more if you are converting directly from Payoneer to your local bank account, as opposed to if you had received that money in the hard currency, which is in dollars, for instance, and then you go to the black market to make your exchange. All right, so you want to make sure that you have a domiciliary account if you really want to receive the money in dollars, or if you're comfortable with the exchange rate, you could go ahead and put in your Naira account. That said, you also want to know that Payoneer will receive 2% of the money you're withdrawing from Payoneer into your local bank account. So whatever amount you're withdrawing, be it $5,000, be it $1,000, be it $500, know that 2% of that money will be withdrawn by Payoneer as the charges that will be collected for your withdrawal and for using their platform. Of course, every other platform does it. Okay, so it's better than not even being able to receive your money at all. Okay, so you'll put in your account details here, And once you're done with that, you want to put in the country, all right, the currency. If you prefer the US dollars account, you can go ahead and use that. If you want to use the euro account, you can do that as well. So your currency should be chosen. Then the name of your bank as it is in your bank account, okay? The name of your bank as it was registered with your bank. And usually it is advisable that this name tallies with your government approved ID card. You see the reason why all your information must be appropriate and must have a coherence. So the name you use in registering your bank account in your local bank, that is in your country, should align or should tally with the name or your data on your government approved ID card. And that same name should be in correspondence with the name you're registering your Payoneer account with. And the same name should also tally with the name you're using to register on freelance platforms like Upwork. Because if there is a discrepancy in any of these, it may cost you your money. And of course, you don't want to experience that as a freelancer after having, you know, dissipated a lot of effort to carry out a task and you're unable to withdraw your funds. It will be a bizarre incident, all right? So, I want to quickly put in account details right here, and then I'll take you to the main platform, that is the dashboard, all right? So, I'll put in my account details, give you some minutes, and then I'll put in these details right away and join you soon. Now, having put in all the required details of your bank account, your local bank account, of course, whether it be a domiciliary account or a local currency account, you put in all the required information as it pleases you. Of course, let me also mention that you have the option of using a business account if that is what you're opening this very Payoneer account for, all right? Make sure you choose a business account and fill in the details rather of the account as it applies. Once you're done with all these, you want to take in these two here, which is you agree to the terms and condition and privacy cookie and privacy and cookie policy, okay? And then you also agree to the pricing and fees. If you don't tick these two, if you don't check them, you will not be able to submit this application, all right? So you want to make sure that the two boxes are checked. And once that is done, you smash on the submit button and then you proceed to the next. Now, I will not be submitting this because I am actually opening this for somebody, but unfortunately the person wants to use the domiciliary account, so I won't be clicking on the submit button. But this is basically how you should register your Payoneer account. I'll also be showing you some tips, some bonus, okay, that is in a way an addendum to this video. What should you do after you have registered? Because a lot of people don't understand that there are some back ends that needs to be done as far as the Payoneer account is concerned. So I'll be showing you all that, all right? Stay till the end of this video. Now, once you have submitted your application, the next thing you want to do is to head over to your email, because an email will be sent to you to verify your Payoneer account. Failure to do that, you will not be able to use a Payoneer account, either to receive funds, or even if you're able to receive funds with it, you will not be able to withdraw that fund without even verifying your email. All right, so you want to make sure that you head over to your email address and then search for the message or the mail that was sent to you by Payoneer, and then open that message and you will see a box where it asks you to verify your email address. So join me as I proceed to my email address. Now, I will be using my own personal email address because I have not submitted this application, all right? So I'll be using my personal email address to show you all the other things that needs to be done as far as the Payoneer account is concerned. So join me as we proceed to my email box. So here I am on my email box, all right? And this is the message that Payoneer has sent me for the first time when I register. And this is the typical message you'll be receiving once you submit your Payoneer application, all right? So what you want to just do is to click on verify. It doesn't take much. Once you click on verify, it will take you to another page where you would almost have to do nothing, all right? Payoneer just wants to find out if the email you supplied is not a robot email, okay? That is, it is a human being that is actually seeking to open a Payoneer account. And so once the email is verified, that is all as far as your Payoneer registration is concerned, all right? However, you may also need to understand some salient navigations of Payoneer platform. All right, there are some certain things that I actually discovered with my experience of using Payoneer account. All right, over time you may not be able to assimilate all this information all at once, but it is good to know them. All right, and the only way to know them is having experienced the platform itself. Okay, things such as sharing your referral code, because I was able to receive about $25 at a time without even knowing how it happened. It was after some little investigation that I realized that it was because somebody used my referral code, and I was able to receive that bonus from Payoneer without actually doing anything other than to just share my referral code to the people who need to open an account. So in another video, I'll be taking you through the entire platform of Payoneer and also show you how you could earn your $25 bonus on Payoneer platform simply by doing one thing: sharing your referral code. See you in another video.